do a fuzzy scarf, dated platter, wooden stockings, and scrap wood have in common? Well, they're the starting points for our festive crafts for this week's Thrifted Thursday. Welcome back to our channel. We cannot believe that Christmas is just around the corner. And so this week you're actually getting 4 upcycling ideas, thrift store projects that we've made over the last few weeks, really. I guess we're kind of running out of time to share these. So we hope you get some inspiration out of some of these crafts, which are really pretty simple, and most of them will actually look lovely even past the holidays and through the winter. So this scarf wreath was inspired by another one that we did, a more coastal themed one a few years ago. So I'll link that video below, but we started with just a simple round wreath. This is like a straw wreath or a raffia wreath, and then wrapped this fuzzy scarf around there. These fuzzy scarves were all the rage about 10 years ago, and now you can find them usually pretty easily at most thrift stores. It has such a beautiful, warm texture that just was perfect for this wreath. I had picked up a few little embellishments at my local Dollarama, including this little red bench in the ornament section, and then a little lamp post that actually has a light inside of it. I was kind of wondering how everything was going to hold together when hung up, and then I got the idea to thread a little bit of this white ribbon back and forth just in behind the display. And then this is just what I ended up gluing all the other pieces onto. In retrospect, I probably should have used an invisible line and then you wouldn't see it at all, but it actually kind of gets hidden as we continue making the wreath. So now that I have this lattice on there, I simply used my hot glue gun and glued on a variety of different bottle brush trees that I had. I used everything that I had. I wish I had a couple more larger ones to put in there. After placing all those pieces down, I strung together a little joy phrase and some snowflakes on a bit of wire and then hung them about halfway right across the wreath. Finally, our wreath needed a nice big bow, and we decided on this beautiful buffalo check, red and black buffalo check one. I created a simple loop and then tied that together with a bit of wire, which I then used to secure the bow onto the wreath. This frosty wreath turned out so cute with all those bottle brush trees, and I absolutely love how it looks against Sonia's teal door for winter. For our next upcycling project, we're using this wooden platter that we found at the Value Village for $3.99 Canadian. I started by painting the whole thing with a coat of white chalky paint. Once that paint dried, I applied a layer of decoupage glue over the entire surface because we're going to do the iron-on decoupage technique. So once I finished painting on that glue, I let it dry completely. I then placed on my napkin of choice, which was this beautiful winter scene, and used my Easy Press Mini to iron the napkin onto the surface of the platter. The heat from the iron helps to fuse the napkin into that layer of decoupage glue that we had applied earlier. Next, I used a combination of my scissors as well as a utility knife to cut the napkin to size around that inner rim of the platter. And then I used additional pieces from a second napkin and matched it up to fill in those gaps on the platter where the napkin didn't reach to. Of course, we didn't want to neglect the bottom of the platter, so after painting it a coat of the same white chalky paint and letting that dry, I applied some wood knobs to create little feet for my tray. My mother-in-law had found a whole bag of these wood knobs. They were unfinished, and I painted these 4 white, but she paid like $2.99 for them, and we're using them on a bunch of different crafts. Finally, to elevate our tray even more, I used a bunch of these rings that I found at the dollar store. They're just wooden rings in the craft section, and then glued them all around the rim of the platter. I also applied a layer of Duraclear sealer to help protect the surface of the tray, and then continued gluing on the rings, both with a combination of hot glue to temporarily hold them, and then the Gorilla Glue to really permanently secure those rings in place. The final touch then was to dry brush those rings with a little bit of white paint. So this upcycled tray makes a lovely display for Christmas and actually all through the winter to add some candles and other items. For our next makeover, we're going to transform these thrift store wooden stockings. I started by tracing a little template for the heel and the toe part of the stocking, and then painted each one with a coat of white chalky finish paint. Because we'll be decoupaging on some thin tissues or napkins, the white paint helps to cover that dark paint underneath and will give a nice clean result in the end. So I decided to use a different design, a different napkin for each of my stockings. It was a fun way to use all the pretty napkins I've been collecting. So I started by painting on a layer of Mod Podge, or I actually use this Decor decoupage glue, and then let it dry and used my little mini iron to iron on the first napkin, which was this really cute snowman design. The second one are these jewel tone baubles, this pretty napkin, and we have all these napkins available in a bundle in our shop. I'll link that below. So again, I did the iron-on technique of applying the decoupage glue to the surface, letting it dry, and then ironing on the napkin with a piece of parchment paper in between to help it make sure not to stick to my iron. For any of the little excess pieces, I just used a bit of sandpaper to sand it off to get a nice clean edge. And then this is the third one with the cardinal napkin, and I did a fourth one with a Christmas tree. I also have this really pretty tartan napkin that I thought would be fun to add to the toe and heel. So I cut those pieces out using the template I had created at the beginning, and then again just glued those on with the decoupage glue. I just love the contrast of these different napkins, and yet the tartan one kind of brings it all together. The last step for my little upcycled stockings was to add the cuff with some of this fur that I also had bought from the dollar store last season, and I just cut that down to size to go over a little bit larger so that it would look like a folded over cuff on the stocking. I glued that in place with my hot glue, and that was it. I have now 4 new adorable stockings. I'm going to gift one to each of my 4 kiddos and write a little note on the back so that they can keep these for their own decorating as they get bigger. Last but not least, we're going to transform this piece of scrap wood into a cute little gnome. So I got this wood from my father-in-law's scrap wood pile, and I don't know why it has this point on it. I originally thought that we'd make like a Christmas house with it, but then this gnome idea came to mind. I started by painting the hat section with some red paint, and the idea was that this would peek through from underneath when we continued with the next sections. So once that was dry, I went over it with some white chalky paint all around the edges and the front and the back. Once that dried, I applied a layer of decoupage glue onto all the surfaces and then ironed on a different napkin pattern to each side of the hat. I used a bit of sandpaper to remove the excess napkin, and then some of this faux fur that I picked up at the dollar store to cover the bottom part of the scrap wood and create the gnome's beard. I glued in a wood bead for the nose and then added a little more fur. I don't know, I thought this was the mustache, but I guess it ended up the brows of the gnome. Finally, I added a few little embellishments just to dress up the hat, and that's it. We have reversible beautiful gnome decor for the mantle or tablescape. We hope you enjoyed these 4 Christmas thrift store upcycling ideas. Hopefully you found some inspiration that will also work for the whole winter. Do let us know in the comments below which one of these projects was your favorite this week. Happy crafting!